a big city like New York, Chicago. When I go to Chicago to a Cubs game, which I'm going to pretty soon, you take the L to the game. Everyone's on their phones. Everyone is disconnected. I saw a video one time. A guy came on a subway in New York with a pistol looking for somebody. Everybody was so engrossed to their phones, they didn't see what was going on. The guy,
sorry.
I'm dead serious. And the guy found the guy he was looking for. The gun jammed, so he started pistol whipping the guy. And no one came to the guy's aid.
Well, not even no one came to the guy's aid, but they could have missed a massive shooting just because they're on Snapchat or something.
Right. 911.
Right.
Anyway, I hope what I said makes sense. But
it does. Thanks, Joe. Nathan, any last words for Joe? I got to get him off the line so we can take our second break.
Yeah, so I mean, it's all about the dopamine hits, and that's what we're getting out of our mobile phones. If we're not getting that love and connection in the right way from the people around us, we go to our social media. We spend time looking at that rather than connecting with the people around us.
Isn't that so true?
It is, and I think I was going to say the statistic is something like 2 hours a day is lost to social media when we're actually supposed to be working.
And there's no more conflict resolution.
Right.
There's no more face-to-face conflict resolution.
There should be, because things get brushed on the rug and feelings never get completely validated or conflict resolved when it doesn't get talked about.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks so much, Joe, for calling in.
Thanks, Joe.
I want to welcome more callers to call in, 866-826-1340. But for now, we're going to take our second break, and we'll be back with Moments of Clarity in just a moment. Stay tuned.
We'll return to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Warner after these messages.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
SWAT Roofing would like to share some crucial information that is misunderstood by 60 to 70% of homeowners. Did you know that a damaged roof by hail or wind, in many incidents, can actually lower your premium instead of raising it when filing an insurance claim? After your new roof goes on, many premium-rated companies will want your policy to be with them and will offer the new incentives to get it. SWAT is a debt-free company with over 18 years in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. We believe in helping you fully understand the interpretation of your policy and the way it can work in your favor. Call today or go online at www.swatcontracting.com, or for a free roof inspection, call 214-449-9983.
Hi, this is Tiffany Warner, your host of Moments of Clarity. Living with a mental health disorder is not easy. If you or someone you know are struggling with this, please know it's so important to seek treatment, and I'm here to help. Please visit the website at momentsofclaritywithtiffany.com to view blog posts and resources on this site to help educate and inspire you to take action, because there's no shame in seeking help for mental health. While you're there, please take a few seconds to sign up for my email list. You'll get some extremely valuable educational and entertaining content that can be sent right to your inbox each week. Plus, you'll also get instant and free access to my guide on managing your anxiety. You can also follow me on Twitter at MOC with Tiffany and at Facebook at Tiffany Warner. And once again, the website is momentsofclaritywithtiffany.com. Thank you so much for your support and for listening to your show, because change can only come when we stand together as one.
Did you know that your physical health plays a big role in your mental health? Healthy minds and healthy bodies go hand in hand. The problem for many is finding the time and getting the results they want. X-Force Body is perfect for people with busy schedules, with a mission to inspire you to become leaner, stronger, and in the process healthier. X-Force Body coaches will encourage, motivate, and inspire you through every workout, helping you achieve the results you desire. Learn more about X-Force Body at the grand opening of their new location in South Tampa on May 8th from 5 to 7 p.m. For more information, visit www.xforcebody.com.
Hi, this is Tiffany Warner, your host of Moments of Clarity. I'd like to give a shout out to musician-songwriter Don Lawson, who wrote, produced, and performed all the vocals and instruments on my Moments of Clarity theme song. Don gained his inspiration as a mental health counselor himself. He's always looking for artists to record his songs, and you can hear more of Don's music at reverbnation.com/Don Lawson. You can also check him out on Twitter at Don Lawson Music. Thank you so much, Don, for your contribution to Moments of Clarity and ending the stigma on mental health. It's awesome.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Now back to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Warner, licensed mental health counselor. To engage in the conversation, call 866-826-1340. Here's Tiffany.
Hi, and welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Moments of Clarity, and I'm Tiffany Warner, licensed mental health counselor, and I'm your host. And we're discussing how to improve yourself and be a better person than you were today. And there's so many things that can lead a person to that. And my guest today was kind of recapping on how things were really, really hard for him growing up, bullying, everything. And he's kind of taken an approach of once he hit rock bottom of how to move up. And it works for him. And a lot of times what works for us can work for others. And it's all things we never even think about. And I love positive people. And here's one I'm already a big fan of. Welcome back, Nathan Simmonds.
Thank you, Tiffany. This is amazing. I'm loving the vibe and I'm loving speaking to your listeners as well. Thank you.
And I want to welcome callers. Call in. We still have time for callers. 866-826-1340. 866-826-1340. So, Nathan,
amazing.
Okay, so
yes.
That's amazing. Yeah. Those crikey American numbers. If you're just tuning in, Nathan's from England, so he's got a Skype in.
Yeah, don't hold that against me. It's okay.
No, actually, it's an honor. Okay, so on the contrary. So what are some of the coping skills that we need to remember to do, or anything that you want to just add into that?
Absolutely. Okay,
and then how can we follow you, and then how can we, purchase and I know you have an upcoming book and all sorts of things going on, and I want everyone to know all of it.
Amazing, thank you. So what I was talking about was those two stages of work: the work that we're taught to do and the work that we're told to do. Mm-hmm. And the frustration came up, and it came to me early on in life, was what you're going to be, what you're going to do, and that's all my dad could ever ask me. He didn't have a selection of questions to ask me to help me move beyond that thinking. Then when I started to learn how to coach, I started to ask myself more questions, better questions. Now, if you want a better answer, you ask better questions. High quality inputs create high quality outputs. HQI equals HQO. So I started to learn some better questions. Now, what is it, that I want to be doing in my time, and starting to investigate who I am as an individual. And this then became the third stage of work, which is what I call meaningful work. And meaningful work to me is work that is full of meaning to me. It makes me smart. I will find excuses to do it. I can lose track of time doing it. I will make excuses not to do other things so I can do that instead. And it makes me feel good. There is a trap to it, though, that often we can get in that is it can be a little bit isolating, or it can be a little bit self-serving at times. And sometimes when we're looking from a leadership position, we can say, yeah, this is meaningful work to me, but it's just an excuse to tell someone else what to do. So we have to be mindful of that trap. Then, though, when we start asking more of these better questions, and I'm going to give you some more examples of those, we can then move it to what I call purposeful work. And this is work that is full of meaning to me, but it's full of purpose to you. And it's of service. I am giving, I am contributing, to my community on the micro or the macro level. And when we start getting into this space, our mental health changes, our demeanor changes, our brain chemistry changes. And again, they've done studies on this where people give, and there are parts of the brain which activate, which they have previously related to the parenting aspects and skills in animals. And these parts of the brain light up when you give. Now, if you throw money in a charity pot or whatever, you get a little hit of this. It doesn't fully expand in the brain. It doesn't last very long. But when you do something that is of purpose to someone else and it is aligned to who you are when you're at your best, that part of your brain really lights up and you feel good. You get that warm glow. And you get the oxytocin, you get serotonin, you get these, the brain chemistry starts to work in your favor. So we have to... It does.
Random acts of kindness actually fulfill our own inner self, as well as give someone else a smile and a nice day too.
Exactly that.
It's a win-win.
It is a win-win. And the more focus we get, though, with what we're doing in alignment to who we are and what we actually bring, the more that impacts us personally and the people around us. So the easiest way, and this is something people can do in their mid-year reviews for their one-to-ones. If they're a leader, listen to this, they can ask their people these questions. If someone is looking to change their job, they can ask themselves these questions. If they want to find something that's more meaningful or purposeful, they can start to do the self-analysis, the self-reflection.
So many people wondering, feeling stuck nowadays, especially nowadays. They don't like their job. They know they can do more, but they don't know if they are willing to take that risk.
Yeah,
it's all over the place.
There's a fear that kicks in. The fear of not enough. Am I intelligent enough, rich enough, tall enough, short enough, whatever?
Qualified enough.
Yeah. And so we compare ourselves to what we think we can and can't do. So we live in fear of that and we don't do it. The other fear that comes up, is the fear of losing love. What if I go for that job interview and I get it? What will my peers think of me? Will they think less of me? Will my family support me? And what if I don't get the job? Will my wife think less of me for not getting the job? So we live in fear and we hold ourselves back. Yeah.
People fear that too.
Yeah. And the truth is, we're sitting there thinking, what are they thinking of us? In truth, though, what they're actually thinking is, what are you thinking of me? And we're walking around in these little bubbles of isolation, fantasizing about what we think someone else is actually thinking of us as individuals. And it does, there's a disconnect.
And it usually doesn't matter.
No, it really
as long as we think are okay. All that matters is what we think of ourselves, and that's what's going to help us. But other people's thoughts, minus, I guess, the person signing your paycheck, if that matters. But if we don't have self-fulfillment, if we don't feel good about ourselves within, we're not going to perform well anyway.
Absolutely. So, we stop thinking about what they're thinking about us. This is our movie. This is the movie of the life of Nathan Simmonds. This is the movie of, Tiffany. So what,
The movie of Tiffany Warner. That would be an 8 season. And they'll be stop creating the sequels.
And this is for you, to live a life that is so fantastic that actually when you get to the end of it, you want to watch the rerun. Yeah, and not be bored halfway through and, walk out the cinema. So the idea is we need to do that self-analysis. And we need to start using the better questions and get some clear on what we've done. So like I say, if it's a leader doing a piece of work with one of their team, or one-to-one or an end-of-year review, these are great questions I'm going to share. But if it's someone else that's looking for a change of job, they can also use these questions to help them direct their thinking and their focus to where they're going. So the first question is thinking about the last 12 months. What have you done in the last 12 months that has made you proud? And it doesn't matter what job you are, where you're at, what company, there will be something that you've done in the last 12 months that made you truly proud of what you were doing at work or with your family or whatever.
What is the good answer for that?
It's individual. It's unique to everybody. And it might be, so there's some stuff we want to look at inside that, but it might be that you organise a team event. It might be that you solved a problem for a customer. It might be that you...
So these are like interview questions for supervisors trying to hire the right
Pretty
candidate.
Much. Interview ourselves so we can work out where we want to go and find a good fit for the next job. If you're a leader and you're working with individuals, well, okay, so what did you do in the last 12 months you were proud of? Okay, as a leader, I want to know what made you proud. So actually, I'll give you more of that work. Therefore, you become more productive. Therefore, you're happier in your job. Mental health isn't a problem because actually you're doing something that makes you feel proud. If you're spending every day of your life feeling proud, your mental health is going to, in a good way, positively going to go through the roof.
There's such an open-ended question. I could just imagine some of the answers that could come out of that. Well, I finished the battles, the battle pass from Fortnite, or I've played it every single day and won. I don't know.
But there'll be even elements in that can be investigated when you start going down that road. Well, what was it? And I'll come back to that. So hold that thought and I'll come back to it in 2 seconds. The next question that you can ask yourself...
We're hitting about 5 minutes, so hurry this up so we can get your plug in too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the second question is, what have you done in the last 12 months that made you truly excited? And again, start writing some of those elements down. The last question to ask in this is, what are your top 3 values and how have you shown them in the last 12 months to your work and to your family? So when we start to answer those questions, what we can do is...
What have you done in the last 12 months that have been a part of your family?
Have allowed you to demonstrate your top 3 values at work or with your family.
Okay.
So what we want to do is we want to get events and stories and scenarios where you were doing things, where you were contributing things. We want to find out the action that you take consistently every single time in all of those events. What was that element you enjoyed most? What created the pride? What excited you? Okay, and then you can start picking those things out and you can put them onto a single sheet. Okay, they're on a single page. What are those things? Actually do the analysis. And then ask the question, well, what job would allow me to do all of this stuff more than 80% of the time?